What is up, everybody? It's your boy FWM. Yes, my intro finally did not cut out of the video. It's about damn time. Alright, so, I kind of wanted to do this something special for like all the other people out there who have autism or deal with autistic kids. Alright, I'm here to make a video about like questions I've been asked personally, questions that I know people want to ask but are afraid to ask. So let's get started. So the first serious question I was asked about autism is, what is it like? How does it feel to have autism? How's it feel? Not very great. What is it like? Not very awesome. Autism is very hard to deal with. People may think like, oh, it's just a mental illness just like any other. It's really not. It's really not. Autism is developmental disability. So, obviously, there's a lot of challenges that go with that. There's a lot of autistic kids out there who are depressed as hell but can't express that. The only way they can express it is by, acting abnormal to the point where someone actually notices. That's how a lot of autistic kids are. That's really how they are. I'm even like that sometimes. I don't like talking about my emotions. I really don't. Because whenever I do, I'm a big dude. I look scary. I look like this huge monkey dude. This huge gorilla dude who's just gonna go ahead and Hulk smash everything. Which is not true. That's almost like racial stereotyping. Not all autistic kids get mad all the time, right? Not all autistic people get mad all the time. There's just autistic people in general, they get mad. They do get mad because it's very hard for them to express everything that's going on. What people also don't understand, and what I do get asked a lot, is if you're dealing with it, why don't you just say something? Why don't you just tell somebody? That part is actually kind of hard to answer because unless you experience, again, as I said, unless you've experienced autism, unless you have autism, okay, I'm not gonna say experience because you can't say experience. It's not like autism goes away after a couple of years. No, that's not how that works. There's even a book that a woman wrote saying, my son got cured of autism. That's absolutely not true. If there's a cure for autism, I would sure as hell like to see one. There's not even really any medications for it. Medical marijuana, absolutely. It definitely helps a lot. So if you live in a state where it's legal for medical marijuana or something like that, and you have autism, and I'm guessing you have to be over 18, I would figure, since the legal smoking age is 21, but this is different since it's a medication. Now there is one question that I get asked a lot by my friends whenever I first do stuff with them, smoke weed or anything else. I tell them I can't drink, obviously. I don't drink. I used to. I don't drink anymore because I was a completely different person when I'm drunk. I'm a completely different person. I'm an asshole. Okay, I'm not just an asshole. I'm a complete bitch. Okay, I'm a dick. Okay, I will literally swing on somebody for saying something stupid when I'm drunk. I don't like drinking. I don't like alcohol. I don't like it even being in my house. I don't even like it being in my mom's house. Alright? I don't even like her drinking. I tell her, you know, if you're gonna do something, drink weed. Holy shit. At least, if you're gonna do something to harm yourself, at least smoke weed. You know? Oh my god, you got such good lungs. Holy crap. You know, they're going to shit anyways. I told her, you know what, just try it. But every one of my friends, like, I remember there was this one dude, and I worked with him, and he asked me, you know, like, how does, like, weed or dabs or whatever affect you? How do they affect you? And I said, dabs don't do anything. Because I'm being serious with that. Dabs do absolutely nothing to me. I never got the whole rage with people doing dabs, and I never got that. Because, to be completely honest, I never really felt like... Let's put this into perspective. I've done dabs a couple of times. I'm not gonna lie. I've done dab pens. I've done regular dabs. Everything like that. I've done that. And not once has it affected me. I mean, it's affected me. It's kind of made me, like, just a little bit more calm, I would say. It's about the only way it affected me. It doesn't affect me like weed does. Like, just flour. And I remember the first time I took acid with somebody, and I don't recommend acid to anybody. If you do try and do acid, just tell yourself no. I don't approve of acid because I don't know, you never know where the hell that shit comes from. I don't buy acid anymore. My friend started doing acid, and I told him, you better stop this shit right now. Like, right after you're done with this pack, you're done. I know people say, like, it enlightens you and everything like that, but I just don't like it because you don't know what they put in it. You don't know. You genuinely don't know. It's chemically made drug. Okay? And it doesn't go to your brain. I mean, technically it does, but it drips down your spinal cord. Okay? So, that could cause a lot of issues. In fact, there was a dude who did acid 30 days straight. And I know a lot of people don't do acid 30 days straight. Or some people don't even do acid 3 days in a row. It's not safe. It's not safe to do it like that. But that dude ended up losing a lot of his brain cells from it. And he basically went... how do I say this? Special. He kind of went special. Let's say that. He kind of became special. And I'm not saying that as an insult. It's just there's been so many terms even throughout just the past 10 years, okay? There's been handicap, there's been handicapped, there's been disabled, there's been special ed, there's been mentally ill, mentally retarded, there's been so many different things. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. There was even one time where I said, you know, like special ed, and somebody said, that's really offensive. I'm like, how? How? They just came up with the term! My God. It's really dumb. But, you know, that kind of affected me just fine. Another thing that people ask is, since you have autism, do you think it caused a lot of your other symptoms? Kind of. Because autism, there's a lot of things that kids experience with autism. You know, if you have autism, you're almost damn near positively gonna have anger issues. That's a given, basically, with autism. You will have anger issues. I don't know one autistic person who doesn't have some form of anger issue. You may not think that the person has an anger issue, but trust me, they do have anger issues. Because it's the same thing with people. If you hold in your emotions too long, right? You hold in your emotions too long, they're going to build up and fester. So, they're going to blow up in one major explosion of a rampage, and it's going to turn bad. Another question I've been asked is, since you have autism, like, how do you think? That's a little bit difficult to explain as well. That's why I tell everybody. But I guess I kind of figured out how to explain it. So, with autism, you know, if you see something happen, okay? For example, alright, I saw somebody hop a fence last night, something like that. I saw somebody hop a fence in my neighborhood, and I needed some time to process it, because, you know, I didn't realize exactly what happened. It was like, there's someone actually, like, jumping over the fence, and, you know, they're running. I didn't know if they were running after me or what, but I didn't want a chance on getting shot, so, you know, if I would've, that would've sucked. You know, it would've sucked for that person, but it would've sucked for everybody in my family, because, you know, it just really would. It really, really would. Another question I've been asked is, since you have autism, is it hard for you to pay attention to one thing? And I tell them, autism isn't really the same thing as ADHD, but I can pretty much say, I do see why they say ADHD is on the autistic spectrum, because, I mean, seriously, everybody who has autism that I know has ADHD. Every single person that I know with autism has ADHD. And the question I've been asked the most is, since you have autism, do you think that has affected your view on police? Kind of not. I've basically had trouble with the police my entire life. Basically, you know, when I was 5 years old, 3 years old, something like that, I used to run out of the house, and I lived in a very unsafe neighborhood, like the neighborhood that I used to live at. It's gotten a lot better now, but there's literally cops every single apartment block you go to. There's a cop car right there. So there's basically like almost no chance anybody's gonna get away with anything. But when I lived there, when I was a little tiny boy, when I was like 3 to 5 years old, I used to sneak out of my mom's house and just go for a walk. Now, when I lived there, there's rapings, there's shootings, there's muggings every day. All kinds of crimes went on there. There's still a bunch of crimes that go on there. Like, trust me, there's a bunch of shit that goes on there. And you're just like, wow. 10 years that they had for progress. Actually, 12 years that they've had of progress. And there's still this much shit going on. And I'm like, damn, I'm so glad I moved out of there. But yeah. And one more question that I have for everybody is, can you all please share, comment, and like this video so we can get the autistic message spreading around? Okay, I'm not just here to tell people what to do. You know, it's not my place. It's not what I do. I'm not the type of person. But when you wanna have a message out to people, you gotta take up for what you stand for. I stand for autistic rights. I stand for everybody's rights. Don't get me wrong. I stand for everybody's rights. Everybody has a right in this world. But it seems like when you're autistic, or when you're a certain race, or if you're different in any way besides white, basically. If you're not a straight, white, non-mentally ill man or woman, sometimes women, and that's a little bit ridiculous, it seems like your rights are just, stripped from you. And it's just like, I'm a normal person. I'm not some type of maniac. I'm not a person that everybody portrays me to be. I'm not a monster. I'm not a monster. I'm big. I'm naturally big. Okay? I could post pictures of when I weighed like 200 and probably 20 pounds. Like 220 pounds. Which was like, for height and weight ratio, that's about the thinnest I've been. The thinnest I've ever been was 212, and I looked like my rib cage was showing. I was so skinny. My rib cage was literally showing, and I don't even know how. I don't know how my rib cage was showing. I was like, damn, I must have like some horse lungs or something like that. Maybe that's why I can taste this, but it's big hits on the bottom. I don't know. But anyways, yeah. Make sure you share this video. Make sure you get the message everywhere. I want this video to be viral by the time that Autism Awareness Month comes up. When that month comes up, I am hoping I can possibly do a speech. Hopefully I can. But I'm highly doubting that because, nobody wants to hear a speech from, an autistic kid who's basically gone through living hell. They want to go through someone who is a big fucking person who dealt with autism but didn't deal with everything that has to come with autism. Okay, yes, they got bullied in school. Yes, like, oh my god, like, that shit happened. Like, his dad, like, beat him a couple times. Okay. When you have people like that doing speeches, that's not doing the community any good. That's hiding a lot of shit. Okay. If you actually want to make a difference, get a kid like me who has gone through hell to be where he's at today. I've gone through literal hell. You don't know how many times I have tried to kill myself because I thought I've been like looked at like a monster or some type of creep or some type of fucking scary ass dude, which I'm not. If you get to know me, I've been called this so many times by people who hang out with me. I'm literally a teddy bear. Alright? I'm a teddy bear. I'm a big ass teddy bear. When I want to fight you, I will fight you if I have to. I won't fight you for any other reason unless I have to. If I have to, then I will. If I don't have to, then I won't. If I wanted to shoot up a school, I would. If I didn't, if I did, I mean, I don't. Oh my god, this is so hard to explain. If I wanted to shoot up a school, I would have done it. But did I do it? No. Why? Because I'm still able to think. And I kind of know that I can go to jail for life. And I also kind of know that that's morally wrong to kill a bunch of kids when you're 18. I don't really know what the rest of the world thinks, okay, but I could tell you my opinion is morally wrong. I don't care how much bullying you went through. If you went through half the shit that I went through, okay, congratulations. Okay? Congrats. You went through half the shit I went through. Now, it's time for you to go through the full shit that I went through and see how you feel. Okay? See how you feel once you go through the shit that I go through. All the shit that I went through with schools, all the shit that I went through growing up, all the shit that I've ever gone through. Okay? Now, I know there is other people who have gone through the same thing as I have. I know there's kids who've gone through worse things than I have. But most of those kids don't become school shooters. I haven't become a school shooter. Nor will I ever, because I have no reason. Anyways, I'm going to get going. I hope this video has helped you guys out at least a little. And I hope you guys have a fantastic or fun time.